bike is the air ride system for you. This is the switch that you'll use to control the air ride. You push the button this way to lift the bike. Okay, I hold the button until you see the fender stop rising. Depending on the weight of the rider is going to be very dependent on how much air you put in the system. So that, as you can see, the air has stopped lifting the fender. The more air you pump in, the harder the ride's going to be. So I usually, for me, I have about 185 pounds. I usually run it for about 10 seconds at max fender height, and that's good enough for me. If you have a passenger, you're going to want to pump a little more air in there, and that's quite all right. When you're done, as you can see on the switch over here, when I push the button to the left, it engages the compressor. If I pull the switch towards the right, it's going to dump all the air out of it.
Blackula comes to life at night and sucks the blood out of people and makes other Blackulas.
And this is the original key that came with the motorcycle. You insert the key just like on the stock motorcycle. You turn and the seat pops off. When you want to go in, so here's inside. Just come over here. Here's the stock tachometer here, which is located. This will give you your mileage and your odometer and engine codes, compressor, and solenoid valve. Everything else is the same. Tucked away over here is the fuel, the electronic fuel ignition module. Okay. To install the seat, put your spikes in first, pull it towards you, and pop it in, just like that. And the seat's locked in. You can't remove it without the key. The ignition switch for the Blackula is right here. And this is the key. It's a round key. Inserted here. It's got two detents. The first one turns on the bike, ignition, and you can come over here. You'll see where the ignition switch is, which is right here where my thumb is underneath the right control. You push that in to start the bike. Up here, speedometer. It's a stock speedometer. You'll see you got your neutral light. It's also got the gas, low gas indicator on there as well. Just like on the stock bike. To shut the motorcycle off, just grab your ignition, turn it forward. Like I said, the key has two detents. The first one is to turn on the ignition. You can hear the fuel pump. If I turn it one more time for the headlight, go ahead and focus on the headlight. Turn it one more time, and it turns on the headlight.
You have to have a hard butt to sit where I sit. That's where I usually sit for my ride. Buns of steel, baby. Steel against steel right there.
Gas tank. The same key that removes the seat is the key that you'll use to open up your gas tank. This is a stock Yamaha gas tank cap. Up here in the front is a recently installed new front fender. In the pictures that you have, you won't see the fender on there. This was just installed a few weeks ago, and it's completely removable by 2 bolts on either side. You can run with or without. The trees have 6 degrees of integrated rake built into these custom-made triple trees. There's 45 degrees of frame rake built into the stock Warrior frame. billet aluminum engine side covers with integrated ignition switch. These are custom handmade Ford controls. They are a combination of hand-carved billet aluminum and stock components that were heavily modified to work with the bike. The frame has an integrated aluminum air scoop that's actually a permanent part of the front of the frame, and you'll notice too that the front pulley also is mounted with this cover here, and this actually will spin with the motor. That's a modification to this side cover here. In the rear are passenger peg mounting brackets. These are handmade and hand-carved billet aluminum brackets here. This is a custom handmade one-off 300 series swing arm by Time and Grace Customs, and there are internal and hidden axle adjusters behind these plates. This is a handmade one-off TGC license plate bracket here in the back. The fender here uses stock struts that are offset to house this fender here, which is molded with the seat for the 300 series Avon tire with integrated sissy bar here in the back.
The flames are coming out because it's a cool bike. It's mean. We did that on purpose. That's a special effect.
On the back wheel here, we'll find, again, hidden axle adjusters. This is a stock rear brake caliper that's been heavily modified. TGC one-off custom engine side cover, billet aluminum. TGC custom one-off exhaust pipes.
I'm done. Ciao, baby.